H.com. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Today's second date update, Ashley is on the phone, and I'm having trouble telling what Ashley does for a living because her email said she's a bassist. But I don't know if that's another word for a dental hygienist or if I'm saying it right, or is it bassist?
Sound
a
it
bassist,
out.
like a fisherman? Is she a fisherman? Ashley, are you a bassist or a bassist? What are you?
Well, listen, if I had had anything to do with dental hygiene, I'd have a heck of a lot more money. I am a bassist. I play bass in a band.
Cool.
That's sweet, man. I
Still don't know what that means.
Okay, well, that's the base. Okay.
It's the big.
Where does fish come in? Where do the fish come in, Ashley?
You got the big mouth bass hanging on your wall, but that's an entirely different monster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
she
you
is versed in both, apparently.
Okay. So you play in a band.
Yeah.
All right. And is that how you met the guy you want to call today? He was impressed by your bassing skills?
Yes, it is. I've been promoting my band with a couple of my bandmates, and we tend to go to shows and we hand out flyers to similar sounding music. And, well, I guess Billy was one of the guys that took a flyer, and he seemed pretty straight-laced for the kind of music we play, but he was really nice, and he ended up coming to the show, and he brought a couple of friends, and we hung out afterwards.
You say straight-laced. So what kind of music you play? Polka? Easy listening type stuff?
We're definitely a little bit more on the alternative side, a little more rock, almost
Okay.
kind of punk.
Was there a
Punkish,
famous
okay.
band that we would know that would be like your sound?
We have a very similar sound to the Arctic Monkeys.
Okay.
No idea who that is.
Yep, okay.
But sweet. Okay. So he came to your show?
Yeah, he did.
And did it feel like he came because he liked you?
I don't know if he came to see me, but he certainly stayed afterwards because of me and our conversation.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
How long did you guys hang out?
It was a pretty late night, actually. He came back to my house, and he was over till about 2-ish.
Ooh,
All right. So by coming back to your house, does that mean you guys played instruments together? Made music?
We just made out. That's all that happened.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
That's awesome.
Well, that's obviously he was into you then if he went back to your place and made out with you.
Yeah,
Do you think he was expecting more and was disappointed that he didn't get it?
I hope not. It didn't seem that way. He was the one that said he didn't want the night to end, but he didn't seem too pushy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It doesn't seem like he was just trying to get laid, basically.
No, it didn't seem like that at all.
And what was it like when the night ended?
We kissed goodnight, and he said he had a really nice time, and he left.
So have you guys talked at all since?
No, he's completely ghosted me.
Why do you think that?
It could be anything. I mean, I've been told my place can be a little bit intimidating.
Why?
To be honest, I grew up in a pretty sheltered household, and so now that I have my own place, I kind of like to take advantage of art when I see it. If I go to an art festival or a street fair and there's a statue or a painting that speaks to me in some way, I will buy it. So there is a lot of art in my house.
Wow.
Is it like art that some people would find weird?
Some of them are, yeah.
Yeah, but he
That's kinda
stayed
art,
for a
right?
couple hours
Yeah.
and he made out with you. So, I mean, if he could still be in the mood around your art, he probably wasn't too freaked out about it.
I would assume so. Could be that he really just liked my music and it had nothing to do with me as a person, or he didn't like my music and wants nothing to do with me as a person.
I think if it was one of the things about your music, he wouldn't have gone and made out with you. He would have been like, well, whatever. We'll hang out at the bar and then I'll leave and I'll be like, man, she's great. I can't wait to purchase her song on iTunes and listen to the bass. But I don't think he would have gone and made out with you.
I mean, I wouldn't think so either, but at this point I'm at a loss. And, I listened to your guys' show and I thought this might be a good way to figure out what's going on.
You're an interesting person, Ashley.
Thank you, I think.
You're like, you play in a band, like a punk band. You're into all sorts of art. And then you like this show for some reason.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
You're random.
I wouldn't have expected you to be a fan of this show.
Well, you're a delivery driver. You got to listen to something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
you
that's,
did that
and you're a
too.
delivery driver.
Yeah,
All right.
okay, she's stuck with us.
You're interesting.
There it is.
Okay, well, we're going to play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date update, all right?
Great. Thanks, guys.
Yep, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Ashley is on the phone, and Ashley is a bassist. What does that mean? She plays an instrument called the bass.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Jubal, you've come
And
so far.
they have it in these things called bands.
Oh, my
Correct.
goodness.
Oftentimes there's multiple instruments.
Uh-huh.
Well, she plays the bass in a band that she describes as sort of punk, alternative, rock, punk mix,
Okay.
rap mix.
Just stop
No
talking.
rap.
Pop.
She didn't put rap in
Pop,
it. Not
hit,
pop either.
rap,
no.
pop, punk music.
Uh-huh.
Is that close to what the description is, Ashley?
Yeah, I think that's a fair.
Okay.
Perfect.
Great. All right, I'll stop trying to figure you out now. But she wants to call a dude named Billy today. She actually met him at a show, and they hung out for a while. Even went back to her place and made out, but now she's not hearing back from him. She thinks maybe her art collection kind of weirded him out, but other than that, everything seemed to be going fine. All right, Ashley, I'm about to give him a call. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I cannot believe this guy isn't calling you back because everyone knows the hottest member of the band is always the bassist.
Obviously.
Seriously. You deserve a call back.
Thank you.
Or I will go out with
Okay.
you later.
Yeah,
Apparently.
sounds like it.
I have a thing for bassists. I can't help myself. That's a no. All right, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Brooke just got rejected.
I know, this is all awkward
Well,
now.
not the first time.
Well, let's call Billy and see how that goes. See if that goes any better. Here we go, Ashley.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Billy, please?
This is Billy.
Hey, Billy. How you doing, man? You just waking up?
Yeah, I was taking a little nap. Who
Oh.
is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Sorry to disturb your sleep, man.
Yeah, no problem. Why'd you say you guys are calling?
I'll explain. My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I haven't heard of that. I mean,
Even if you did, you probably wouldn't even know it right now. You sound like you were in a deep sleep. So if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back after, that person can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened.
okay.
So we got an email about you from a woman named Ashley.
I know an Ashley.
Okay.
Okay. And the Ashley that we're talking about is hopefully the same one that you say you know. She plays the bass in a band.
Okay, yeah, I know her.
Yep. And you guys hung out the other night. You watched her show, hung out at the bar, and then made out with her at her place.
Okay, yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
okay.
I'm on the same
All
page
right.
as you finally.
Sounds like you're starting to get with it some more.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Good morning.
Ashley emailed us because she hasn't heard back from you and she wants to know if she did something wrong.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, she texted me a few days ago, and I don't know if I should really get back to her. I mean, it was a good time, but I don't know, you know.
What's making you question it?
I don't know. I mean, we went back to her place after her show, and you know, everything was great. We talked quite a bit. We made out a little bit. It was cool. It was a good time.
Yeah, she told us all of that. So she thinks the problem is she had a bunch of weird art and it kind of creeped her out or weirded you out some way.
Actually, that was pretty cool. Like, it was
Okay.
pretty cool.
Okay, so it's
Is
not
that-
the art. What is it then?
Because it sounds like you guys have a lot in common.
I don't know. At the end, things just got kind of weird, you know.
Okay, what specifically happened at the end?
We got done making out. We kind of went just chilling on the couch, kind of chatting. Started to get tired.
You sound like a tired guy a lot, so I can see you need to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it was late. It was probably around like, I don't know, 1:45, 2 or something at that point. So I had a legitimate reason.
Okay.
But I said, you know, I probably should get going. She's like, okay, cool. Why don't I walk you out? And then I was like, you know, you don't need to, but she insisted. So,
Mm-hmm.
so as we're walking towards my car, she got really serious. And she's like, yeah, just looks like I'm going to actually have to be moving out of my place. And she said, like, just being a part of the band just doesn't pay enough. It's not cutting it.
Right.
And she said that she had just lost her day job, and she's just really hurting.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
that sucks.
And Billy don't date broke chicks. Is that it?
All right, then bye.
Yeah, all right,
loser.
get out of here then. I only date chicks with jobs. My name is Billy. I'm going to go take a nap now. Is that what happened?
No, it was the fact that, like, after that, she actually asked me for a donation,
What?
like for rent or for food or like anything I could help out with.
A donation?
Like she set up her own GoFundMe page and she wanted you to contribute?
Essentially, she went old school. She asked me to walk to an ATM with her.
What?
Wow.
Hold on.
Yeah,
She like...
she looked like she was about to cry, and so I was like, I felt compelled in that moment to give her some money, so I actually gave her $300.
$300?
Bro, I thought you were saying 20
Damn.
bucks.
I mean, I felt like we really connected up until that point, and like I felt like this was a chance for me to do a good deed, so I gave her $300, and I actually felt pretty good about it at that point. But
Okay.
it really wasn't until like I got home. I was talking to one of my roommates about it, and he was like, "Dude, you are an idiot. You just got played." I didn't really think of it that way, like, because we had such a good chemistry, but I was like, dang, did I? You know, I was kind of going back and forth about it, and like,
I mean, it is kind of shady sounding if you
Totally.
just meet somebody and they ask you to give them some money. Did she specifically ask for 300, or that's what you just decided to give her?
I just gave her $300. She didn't really say a specific amount.
Wow.
Okay, baller.
That's a
Wait,
lot.
Hold up, though.
Yeah.
Billy, you were okay with donating $300 to her. You, at that point, were still thinking you guys would hang out again?
At that point, I was thinking it because I hadn't even thought about being played at that point. Like, I was like, okay, this girl's really cool, and like just the look on her face looks so genuine. I don't know, maybe she's a good actress or something.
So then it was when your roommates told you that you were being played that's when you decided not to call her back.
Well, yeah, that's when it kind of kicked in. I'm like, oh, crap. I didn't even think about that. This is like, I've never had an experience like this before, you know, where we have a good time and then someone asks me for money. I didn't even like register that.
Oh, I've
maybe-
had a lot of those experiences where you have a good time and someone asks you for money. Usually you make that deal beforehand, though, Billy, not until at the end of the whole thing, you know?
You were,
Doesn't take all night.
Yeah.
It's a quick thing.
but
Yeah.
Billy, you are such a good person that you would still consider dating someone who asked you for a donation.
If I wasn't being used, which that's the thing, like I don't even know at this point.
There's a good way to find out if you're being used, Billy, and that's to ask Ashley, who is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Like she's been here the whole time?
I think so. If she's still on. Ashley, you still there?
Hey,
Hey, Ashley.
Billy, that wasn't my intention. Do you really think that I was just using you?
I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think?
I mean, it sounds kind of weird, but I mean, we haven't heard Ashley's explanation,
To
so.
me, it sounds weird using the word donation and not loan.
Yeah, Ashley,
even
why
then-
don't you, I mean, were you trying to just get money from him?
No, he offered. And honestly, you know, everybody has their low points, and I'm kind of in one right
Sure,
now.
sure.
And it was just a really generous thing.
When you said that you'll walk him to your car, that you didn't already have in mind walking him to an ATM on the way to get cash from him.
No, I really didn't.
I mean, but you did straight up asking for a donation. That is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you asked him for money, Ashley.
Look, I'm sorry. I was in the moment, and I felt safe with you, and I shouldn't have said anything, and I shouldn't have asked, and I wish I could just give it back, but I've already paid my utility bills with it, and I can't right now, but I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. That wasn't my intention.
I don't really know what to say. I mean, if you're...
I don't know either for you, Billy. I mean, like, you seem sincere, but that also feels like maybe you're just super manipulative. Because
Yeah.
I think it's really strange that you would ask someone on a first date for money. Like, you don't have friends or family that could help you out if you were in that tough of a spot?
I mean, not really. My life is kind of the band, and they're all in a very similar boat.
Oh, come on, Ashley. A band struggling? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I feel you. Hey, Billy, look, there's one way to find out if Ashley's being straight with you about not really just trying to use you for money, and that's to go out with her again. Would you like to go out with Ashley on a second date? We will pay for it.
We did have a good time, so I guess I'm willing to give it another shot.
Really?
Yeah, I realize that things are probably really weird for you right now. This whole situation's weird, and how financially distraught are you right now?
Why are you asking that right now?
Well, how much is in your
Oh.
bank account?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean-
is there a specific amount that you like need help with, or?
What?
Oh, no, Billy.
No,
Are you
don't-
offering
We-
again?
don't offer any more cash. Just go out with her again.
But I mean, I feel bad. I accuse her of stealing, and like if she's really hurting, I can help. Like I really can.
No, the point is, don't help yet.
Listen, Billy, full transparency, I am not in a good situation right now, but I will figure something else out.
Well, I mean, just full transparency on my part. One of my roommates actually is moving out soon, so if you do need a place to stay.
Okay, hold on. Just go out on the date, you guys. All right, before Ashley, you move in with Billy, or Billy, you give more money, or whatever you guys are doing. But congratulations, you did get a second date, Ashley.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it looks like a house on top of that. So
Maybe
good
a
work.
paycheck.
Yeah.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A text in at 78592 that says Billy's going to be broke by the end of the week. I would agree with you. We're talking about today's second date update. Ashley met this dude Billy at one of her band's shows, and afterwards they went back to her apartment and made out and had a great first night.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we called Billy, and he said the weird part of the night was when she told him that she was about to lose her apartment and asked for a donation of $300 and even walked with him to an ATM so he could withdraw some cash and give it to her. And after the date, Billy's buddies were like, I think she's scamming you.
She robbed you, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
She said she didn't plan to do that. She's just at a low point and needed some help, and it just came out naturally.
Yeah, just walking to an ATM is so natural.
And by the end of the call, he offered Ashley more money and even said she could move in with him if she needed to.
Dude.
So overall, very successful second date update for Ashley, I think.
Yeah, for her.
Yeah.
I really hope she's not scamming him.
Oh, dude. His salary is now her
man.
salary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
During the last song, I've been Googling most romantic Adam Sandler quotes of all time.
Oh, quotes. Okay, what'd you come up with? I can't.
Wait, did anything even come up?
I'm actually excited for this.
I have a few contenders here.
Ooh.
First one, now that's what I call high quality H2O.
Water boy.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Or-
My mama with it.
Maybe this one, why don't you just go home, ball? Are you too good for your home? Answer me! Woo! Doesn't get much hotter than that one.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. But if you're wondering, why am I bringing up these steamy Adam Sandler lines?
It's hot in here.
It's
Trying to
because
turn somebody on?
one of our listeners, Barry, went on a date with a woman named Sky. She cooked them a meal at her place, and then Barry put on the movie Grown Ups 2 and waited for the perfect moment to go in for the first kiss, which shockingly never came. And his biggest regret is after he left her apartment, he had a few drinks and then returned around midnight with his liquid confidence, but she never answered the door.
Returned uninvited.
She was scared.
It was almost that Romeo and Juliet balcony scene.
Almost.
The drunken balcony scene.
And now he's hoping that we can get a hold of her. Barry, how you feeling?
Good.
Okay, very well. Doesn't sound like you're too nervous for this then. I mean, Barry, there's a lot on the line. You like this girl. She cooked for you. Like, how are you really feeling?
I mean, I'm hopeful. I've heard you guys work your magic before, so.
You must have
Did
heard
you listen to the show?
Truth of the matter is, I've been single for a really long time, and Sky's just recently single, so I don't want to let the opportunity go. You know, she's a catch, and I feel like she's not going to be single for long.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
that's good.
Let's give it a shot here. I'm going to dial Sky's number, and we're going to get you a second date update. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, I'm looking for Sky.
this is her.
Hi, Sky. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. Hi, how are you?
Her energy went up there when
Yeah.
she started
Hi,
talking to us. Hey,
Wait, what is this?
we're a morning show,
Okay,
okay, and we're doing something called a second date update. Have you ever heard of that before?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Best friends with
Okay.
Alexis.
Hi.
I can hear
They
that
should hang
smile
out.
coming through the phone.
Yeah.
But basically, a second date update works like this. If you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to them for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And so somebody emailed us in regards to you. And his name's Barry.
Yeah.
Before we
Oh,
Did you
wow.
just wait? Did you just make a? That was a bad sound, Sky.
Yikes.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, okay. Yeah, I know Barry.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. You don't have to fake it like you like him if you don't.
Okay.
But we're just trying to figure out why you've been avoiding him.
All right. Well, let me first say, I'm sure he's a very nice guy.
Oh, man, that is a setup for something bad.
Yeah, she doesn't even say, like, he is a nice guy. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm sure he is.
It was a blind date, so those are always risky.
Yes, they are always risky, but it was a blind date, but it was like through friends. So
Yeah.
it felt kind of okay, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Barry has told us a lot about your date already, about how you guys met and that you cooked him some dinner over at your apartment and he put on the movie Grown Ups 2.
Yes.
How did you feel about that?
Well, I hadn't seen Grown Ups 1, which I did tell him, but
You don't need to see 1 to really make sense of 2. There's not a lot of plot line there.
It wasn't a book first.
Yeah.
Okay. It was all right.
but honestly, it was not the movie that was like the issue. I don't really know everything that you told you, but before we even met, we were texting back and forth, and it was like, it was fine, but then he was asking all these weird questions about my apartment, which seemed odd.
Like,
What kind of questions?
yeah, what?
Just like what my amenities were. Like he used the word amenities.
Do you think he was just nervous or something? Like,
Well, no, it was definitely on purpose because he showed up to the date with a bag of laundry.
What?
No.
what do you mean?
We did his laundry on our date.
No.
No.
He did not tell us that.
No, he did not.
This guy's
He didn't
smart.
tell you that? That was kind of like the big thing.
Oh.
He showed up with a bag of laundry, and then I spent like a lot of time.
You actually did it?
Well, he couldn't seem to get my washer dryer situation, so I was like explaining where the buttons were, and then I wound up just helping him like sort through his darks and lights, and it was just so weird.
Wait.
Oh,
What was his
wow.
explanation? Like, did
Just
he?
that he doesn't have it in his building. Would it be okay if he did it here? But it was definitely a moment where I was like, oh, that's why he was asking about my amenities.
Oh my
Oh.
God! Wow.
I don't. Maybe it was some kind of test to see if you're really wife material.
At least wait till the second date.
Guess what? Wives don't do laundry anymore, Jeffrey. It's not 1950 anymore.
I was like, I cooked for him. I did his laundry. I felt like his mom. Like,
Yeah.
You
Oh my
sound
God.
perfect.
It does.
Oh, I
don't
want
say.
to date you.
And he made you watch Grown Ups too.
Yikes.
Like
He
the
is like a
irony
kid.
of
And you
this.
didn't even make a move.
Okay, so, and I don't know if you know about this, but he said after the date ended, he went out and then came back around midnight, hoping to see
yeah.
you.
So the movie ended, and I kind of didn't know how to end the situation. And he was like, you know, my friend lives down the street. Would you mind if I go and meet them for a couple of drinks while my stuff's in the dryer?
What?
And I was just
Whoa.
like, yes. Like, I didn't know what to do.
He left his clothes at your place while he went out?
Wow.
Yeah, so he left, and then I just was like cleaning up our stuff. And then when his clothes were dry, I put them in a big
No.
bag and put them outside my door and just kind of went to bed. And I did hear him knocking, but I was like, I mean, it's not like he forgot anything or like,
Yeah.
Oh,
my
God.
Wow.
Well, that makes sense.
Not only
dude.
that, but he didn't even stay and do the dishes after you cooked for him. Like all of this. Were you
I
dating
know.
a teenage boy?
yeah, at first I was like, wait, do I not know how dating works anymore? And I was like, no, I think he doesn't know how dating works.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is crazy because he never mentioned anything about that to us.
No.
I-
What? That was like the biggest thing that like I couldn't stop thinking about the whole time. We're eating dinner and I can hear it like tumbling around the wash.
Oh my God.
I wonder why he did that. And I
I
really
don't know.
I really would like to ask him though, Sky, because I need to tell you, Barry's on the other line listening and he wants to talk to you.
Oh,
What?
man.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's a joke, right? Like
No.
you're
It's
kidding,
not a
right?
joke. Barry, you there?
I'm here.
Barry.
Oh.
Hi.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, best of luck. I don't know what to say to you.
Best of luck. That was the best response ever. Barry, what the hell are you thinking? You brought laundry over to her house?
Yeah.
I mean, she had a laundry machine.
Totally, but some of the dishwasher, you don't bring dishes over.
Well, I mean, I have a dishwasher.
No, okay.
Oh
That's not-
my God, dude.
It's not the point. Like, can't you see that that's overstepping, especially on a first date?
It also made me think, like, do you like me at all, or would you just go out with anyone who has a washing machine?
Oh, that's
I will
true.
say, in unit is pretty sexy.
No, I mean, it's like, I like you a lot. I mean, like, the washer dryer situation is a bonus, but I can Venmo you for the detergent. I should have offered.
No,
Sorry, that was rude of me.
that's fine. That's totally okay. We don't need to be friends on Venmo.
Oh my God. Barry, no woman wants to be a mom to a boyfriend.
I didn't really think of it like that. You know, I thought it was kind of just like a bonding experience. It was like an activity we could do together.
Oh, because that's so fun.
I mean, I could see it being romantic in an Adam Sandler movie, maybe, but in the real world, Barry, that's not really how it works.
That's not like couple goals.
No.
I'll do my laundry at my grandma's from now on. So next time we'll have like a more normal date. Would that be okay?
Oh, you know what? I think
Well, hold on, Sky. Don't go jump into conclusions here.
Gosh.
Because it's very important for me to ask right now if you would like to go out on one more date with Barry. We will pay for it. Maybe go to a laundromat. We'll just give you a big bag of coins.
Yeah, laundromat.
Do some laundry together.
I think I have to like trust my gut, and the idea that I was uncomfortable off the bat, it means like you don't go on a second date.
Yeah.
So,
Are you sure? I mean, I'll do your laundry too.
that's even weirder.
I'll fold your panties for you, girl.
A lot of people, when they go out on a date, like to wait for the perfect moment to go in for that first kiss.
Oh my gosh.
You have to. You don't
So,
just like
Yeah.
dive in. It's a moment.
I know.
It's panic-inducing, trying to figure it out.
For some people, that happens at the very end of the night while you're walking them back to their car.
Oh, classic.
For Brooke, it happens 3 seconds after she makes eye contact.
Also classic.
Mwah. Now, what was your name?
Oh my God.
But for one of our listeners,
not?
Barry, he says the perfect moment actually came after the date was over, which
How?
I don't really know what that means.
What?
Was he by himself?
I have no
Oh,
idea.
yeah. I have that happy moment, too, when I'm alone.
I guess we're going to find out in just a second. But first, let's say hi to him. Barry, what's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh,
Hey. So
Barry.
What?
Is it just me or did we have a moment right there?
I don't
You
think
did not have a moment.
maybe they did.
I'm sensing something.
No one heard it.
Don't rain on people's moments, Jose.
I'm not. I think I would have felt it. I'm in the moment as well.
Barry?
I'm all here.
I'm leaning in. I don't know about you,
Oh,
Barry.
no.
Are you leaning?
I'm here.
Okay, that's a rejection.
Yeah, it was. Sorry.
Okay.
Ouch.
All right, never
Sorry,
mind.
Jeff.
Well, I guess tell us about the girl that you want us to call today. What's her name?
Her name is Sky.
Ooh,
And
I
how'd
like
you
that.
meet Sky? That's always our next question.
She's friends with my buddy's girlfriend, so kind of a friend of a friend.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a good
those are
start.
good,
Yeah. Had you guys hung out quite a bit prior to your date?
We actually met for the very first time on our first date.
Oh,
So it was like a setup then?
Not really a setup, like, you know, my friend put us in touch and then we started texting each other and
yeah, when your friend puts you in touch with somebody to
Yeah.
go on a date with them, that's called a setup.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
setup.
what it
If
is.
you haven't seen them, that's a blind
well, I mean,
date.
they just like, you know, they didn't like plan the date or anything.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
okay.
Right.
Well-
Again, when you set friends up, you don't make dinner
You're
reservations.
not like, so,
Yeah.
here you guys go together. Do you want to get married now?
See you at Olive Garden on Saturday. Don't be late. I've already made reservations.
I'm an event planner now for your entire life.
All right, so
We're
they,
just teasing, man.
they connected the two of you,
Yeah.
and you guys agreed to go out?
Yeah, I mean, we texted back and forth for about a week or so, and
What was that like?
we, you know, had good chemistry over text. And at one point, she mentioned she was a really good cook, and
Okay.
Mhm.
I jokingly was like, "Oh, well, you better prove it."
Oh,
That is actually a really good
That
response.
is.
That's exactly what
Nice
I'd be
work.
saying,
taking
babe.
control.
So she invited me over for dinner. You know, it's a challenge accepted, right?
Nice.
Oh,
Awesome.
man.
All right.
Home-cooked meal?
I know, and you're already going over to her place. I mean, what were you feeling? Were you excited? Nervous?
Both, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's kind of like a big move for a first date, especially when you haven't met someone before. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a really good sign. It means she trusts you too.
Yeah, 'cause
You know?
women don't invite just any guy to their
No.
home.
Well, I
No.
think it says a lot that they met through friends, because friends can always vouch for their friends. Like, if you're friends with my buddy, then of course you're
Yeah.
at least a nice person.
It's one
Yeah.
line of defense that comes down.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure, for sure.
So how did things go when you guys met up?
I brought over some dessert and a bottle of wine.
Dude, good move.
You should never show up to someone's house empty-handed.
Especially Brooks with no wine.
I'm mostly talking to Alexis because she's young and I don't think she knows that yet.
I don't think a guy's ever brought anything to my house.
All right. And so how was dinner?
Right from the moment I walked in, obviously I hadn't seen her before, but she looked amazing and really good conversation over dinner. And true to her word, she's really good at cooking.
Ooh, what'd she cook?
Yeah, she made this awesome lasagna. It was incredible.
Oh, that means she took time because lasagna is
the layers.
Oh, it's time intensive.
Unless you get the Stouffer's one, you just pop that in the microwave.
They have a Costco one too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it is good.
The Costco one's
right?
awesome.
That technically counts as homemade.
Yeah, I guess.
She's serving you lasagna for 32 people.
Yeah. So dinner went well. Did you guys do anything else?
So we finished dinner pretty quickly, and to overcome a little bit of awkward silence, I asked if she had Netflix and if she wanted to watch a movie. Because there was a really awesome movie on Netflix. When I see a really funny movie or when I see something really good, I want to share it with other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure that's why you asked. That's why everyone asks to watch Netflix, because they want to share in really great programming.
Okay.
So I put on Grown Ups 2 with Adam Sandler. Have you seen it? It's incredible.
Oh, that's what you picked?
Grown Ups 2?
It's not very romantic.
Yeah, it's an interesting first date choice.
I mean, I feel like if you're laughing and having a good time, that is romantic.
Yeah, but it's a questionable laugh. You know, like that is not a guaranteed laugh.
Yeah.
That is
Not everyone likes Adam Sandler either.
That's like you're hanging with your bros and maybe you smoke too much.
Yeah. I mean, my strategy when I'm trying to show romantic movies is to have like a really good-looking guy to get the other person in the mood.
Okay, so that they can close their eyes and not see your face
Exactly.
hanging out with you?
Yeah.
Genius.
I don't think you guys appreciate the comic genius that is Adam Sandler.
I don't.
I guess not.
It wouldn't turn me on, but that's okay.
What did she think of the movie?
She laughed. She laughed a little bit.
A little bit.
Sounds like a normal Adam Sandler response.
Yeah.
I mean, she laughed once.
Okay.
Yeah, we were eating pie, watching a movie, and I wanted to make a move, but I just couldn't find the right moment, and so that was kind of a bummer.
During Grown Ups 2, you couldn't find a good moment?
It's pretty amazing. There's so many romantic pieces
I
to
know,
that
that
movie.
shocks me.
I still can't believe it. David Spade and Kevin James on the screen.
Oh, yeah,
Should
that's
not get turned on at all.
They're in it too.
Oh, yeah, the whole crew. Chris Rock's in it.
Oh, my God.
Maybe I'll better luck in Grown Ups 3.
Is there a third? How many grown-ups
Probably.
are there?
I don't know.
How many times do they have to grow up in this movie?
So
Those guys are Saturday Night Live royalty. I don't know why you're making fun.
It is true.
yeah, no disrespect. So how did the night end for you?
So I just gave her a hug and I left her place.
Okay.
Okay.
That seems tame. That's okay.
And then one of my friends lives by, so we met up at a bar in the area and we just had a couple of drinks. But here's the thing I regret is, I was feeling kind of loose and was probably a little overconfident. And so I went back to her apartment.
What?
And it was probably around midnight or so, maybe a little
no.
after.
Wait, did you tell her that you were coming back or you just went back?
No, I just went back.
Oh.
What did she say? Did she answer the door?
No, she didn't answer. But from where I was parked, I could see that she had just turned off the light in her bedroom. And so, that was.
Second date update.
We've got a guy named Scott on the phone for a second date update today. And Scott said in his email that he shared his secret talents over dinner.
Okay, cool.
And
Why
doesn't.
are they so secret?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You didn't say what specifically his talents are, but if I had to guess, I'm guessing it's singing with his mouth closed. I should have thought of doing that for my song of the week. Do you think the audience would enjoy that?
I don't
How
think
do you
so.
do
Isn't
that?
that just humming?
Yeah.
No, it's worse than humming.
No, is that not working?
I don't even know what that was.
No, I thought it was Post Malone.
Okay, you don't have a talent for it.
Well, maybe Scott does. Scott, did I
yeah.
guess your talent correctly?
No, that wasn't it.
Oh,
Oh,
dang.
man.
I want to say I'm shocked.
I was sure. Okay, well, I guess we'll get you to your secret talent later. But first, tell us about the girl that you went out with. What's her name?
It was Kate.
Kate?
Yep, met online. I mean, what can I say? Like the profile pic, it's a lot of it. I mean, it's always like 90% of it, honestly.
What else did you like about her?
Well, I liked, it sounds cliche, but her personality, and it had to do with her writing in the About Me section.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
it was all about her wordplay, and it was really funny.
Was she like into puns or something? What did she say?
Oh, there's like dad jokes in there. There's puns. I mean, yeah, I can give you some examples.
Yeah. Go ahead. We love bad jokes.
Okay, she said right off the bat, I have Russian heritage, but it doesn't mean I want to rush into anything. Okay, right? She said she liked geography. And so she mentioned, like, I do like Japanese men, but it doesn't mean that she wants them to get into her Japanties.
Oh.
I know.
This girl's a keeper, Scott.
Yeah,
She's a keeper, and you should marry her.
That last one, I don't know that it really got me, but
Every guy has their own different turn on, so
I
your
think
turn on is wordplay.
it's awesome.
All right, so how did your date go? What'd you guys do?
Okay, so I'm like pumped to meet this girl, and we meet at dinner.
Okay.
We had a great time, and like I mentioned how much I appreciated her profile.
Uh-huh.
And I said, like, well, you know, I want to return the favor. I want to entertain you.
Oh.
And so I did. I shared with her my secret talent.
Okay.
I'm dying to know what your secret talent is.
I am a professional juggler and magician.
That's rad.
That is
Yeah.
That's not a secret talent.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's a
magician.
profession.
Yeah, that's your job, man.
That's hard.
It is, but I don't go by my name with it. Like, I'm known as the juggler.
Oh.
Ooh,
That's,
all right.
I like it.
I just kind of plug myself. You mind if I do that real quick?
Yeah, go for it, man.
You can Google me, the juggler. You can find me on Insta as well. So check that out. You also can Google Magic Hands. If you do like a local search, you can find me under Magic.
I don't know that I want to do that.
Magic
Yeah,
Hands.
I've done that before.
Wait,
that's an
are
interesting.
you Mr. Magic Hands 0667?
How would you know?
Jeff knows.
I'm just curious for my own.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. Back to the date, Steve. It's a great profession, but back to the date. What was her reaction when you told her that you were a professional juggler and magician?
You know, she was impressed. So I just went for it because at this point in the date, they brought out some dinner rolls and started juggling. I even let her do one of our, our staples, which is she picks up a roll and throws it into my juggling. So I got to 6 rolls with her.
Dude, that's awesome. What a surprise for her. Think about it. She's calling you on a bluff. She doesn't believe you. She has no idea who you are. And then suddenly...
I mean, that's definitely an impressive show, but did you actually do any time dating her, or were you just performing the whole night?
We put the rolls down. I talked for a bit. And we got to dessert, actually, and I started juggling again. I started juggling spoons.
Spoons.
Well, that sounds like a higher difficulty.
It is.
Okay.
If you had done steak knives, then I'd be impressed.
Okay.
And everything's getting smaller and smaller.
Wait, though. Did she ask for the encore performance?
She didn't ask for it. I just went for it again. I went for it, and, she was impressed again. And I even asked her to rate my juggling, give me like out of 10. I just wanted to see what her honest opinion was. And she gave me a 9.
Oh, well, that's good.
But what could have made it a 10?
Well, and I asked her, like, so why not a 10? Because, like, again, with my business, the juggler, I get 10 ratings all the time.
What you do?
But now I only get a 9. And she said, hey, anyone can improve on anything. So it's like, oh, okay. So, yeah, I have room to improve. And I appreciated that opinion.
That's very true.
Okay. Well,
And
great.
it sounds positive to me. If she hated it, she would have given you like a 2.
Yeah. I mean, this is all very impressive, and she was clearly entertained by you. But what did you like about her? Did you do anything where you got to know her at all?
We had some more dad jokes, had some more just fun. Like, well, she took some improv classes. She's public speaking. Like, she's not shy. I learned a lot about her. Like, she says what she means. She's honest. There's no BS, you don't mind me saying,
Okay.
Okay.
So why wouldn't she tell you why she's not calling you back if there's no BS?
Well, and that's why I'm talking to y'all now, because, I'm just really confused because I walked her to her Uber. I didn't go in for a kiss. I actually revealed a rose from behind my back.
Whoa.
You did?
That's romantic.
It's a classy move.
He's always got something up his sleeve.
I'm into this date. And it sounds like from you that she was too. If she's talking about her improv class, she's all for it.
Yeah, we just have to figure out the reason why she's not calling you back.
Maybe he made her entirely disappear.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Dun, dun.
a magician never reveals that did not happen.
Okay.
Or maybe you just cut her in half and she's in pieces now.
Oh, no.
Hasn't put her back together yet.
Oh, man.
We're going to find out the truth when we give Kate a call.
All right, sounds great.
Your second date update coming up right after this.
Second second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, we've been talking with a guy named Scott, or as he's known at your nephew's bar mitzvah party, Mr. Magic Hands. There is nothing that this magic man can't juggle. Dinner rolls, flaming nunchucks, even gorgeous women.
Oh, wow. God, how'd they get up in the air like that?
But right now, he has his eyes set on one lovely lady. Her name is Kate. They went out to dinner recently, and Scott demonstrated some of his juggling skills inside the restaurant. And she said that she was impressed, even gave him a 9 out of 10 rating.
Pretty good rating.
Ooh, almost a 10.
Anyway, at the end of the night, Scott walked Kate back to their Uber. There was no kiss, but he did pull a rose out from behind his back. And ever since then, beautiful Kate has disappeared.
Oh, what a magic trick.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
We're going to try and find out.
Where do those people go when they disappear?
I've always wondered.
Yeah, is she behind a curtain somewhere?
Well, guys, I would tell you, but I can't reveal my tricks.
Yep.
Never reveal the secrets.
A good magician. Do you have any last thoughts before we call Kate of anything that could have gone wrong? Because we haven't really concentrated on that at all.
Again, we laughed. I thought we had a good time. I mean, if she gives me another chance, maybe I can cut down on the juggling. I don't know if that's what it was.
Too much juggling.
Oh,
We've
no.
seen that before in second date update.
Bro,
Can't tell you how many times.
Yeah, come across that one a lot. Too much juggling.
But you're a professional juggler. If she seriously says no more juggling, would you do that?
I don't know. I'd really have to cut down. I mean, I have to keep it my professional calling. You know, again, you mentioned bar mitzvahs. It's true. I do bar mitzvahs. I do weddings. I do all kinds of events.
Okay, Scott,
all
that's
right.
great.
Now
Let's focus. Let's focus on the girl that you say that you like so much. We're gonna call Kate and dial her phone number right now. Try and get your second date update. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Kate, please?
Yes, this is she.
Hi, Kate. How you doing? My name's Young Jeffrey. I work on the radio.
Okay.
Did that not impress you?
It's okay.
You didn't sound very impressed by it.
I'm impressed.
Radio's bottom rung of any sort of entertainment stuff.
What is this about?
Oh, sorry. We're doing something that we do on our show called a second date update. That's where if you go out on a date with someone and afterwards they're not calling you back, you can email us and we'll reach out to them for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Okay.
Did that make sense?
Yeah, I just don't know why you're calling me.
Well, we're calling you because the guy that wanted us to reach out to you, his name is Scott. Or maybe you might know him better by his stage name, the Juggler.
Yeah, I remember Scott. He called you?
He emailed us and wanted to get a hold of you because apparently you're not responding to him.
Yeah. That's just so weird that he called you, though.
Well,
I thought he would have just appeared in studio.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it may sound weird to someone who doesn't listen to our show, but I mean, we get these requests all the time. It's actually not that weird.
So many.
And since you're not returning his call, he didn't know how else to get a hold of you.
And believe it or not, this was actually one of the least weird dates that we've ever heard.
Okay.
Did you think your date was fun?
Yeah. I mean, it was like a nice date. It was
for it, from what we've heard.
He said that you gave him a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, he juggled, and he asked me to rate it.
And that's a pretty good rating.
Yep, he juggled pretty well. Everyone was clapping. I mean, he's definitely an entertainer, for sure.
Good. He's good at what he does.
Did you like that?
I mean, I like that he's passionate about something. It's just, I don't know about juggling as a career.
Well, that's how he makes his money.
Yeah, only the best jugglers can make a career out of it.
Yeah, but like usually people do that as like a hobby, and he has goals, and that's great. I honestly don't see that in my future, that I would be with a professional juggler.
So you're like maybe not ashamed.
Okay,
is the right word,
all ready to
but-
stand up for him. My grandfather was a professional magician and raised 6 kids.
You hit the wrong chord
on a
with Brooke.
magician's salary, okay? He was awarded the Lifetime Magician's Award from Siegfried and Roy. It could be a very reputable profession.
All right, Brooke, enough about
I'm just saying,
your
like, I think
grandpa.
she's missing out. Like, this is an awesome thing to get involved with.
My grandma whittled wood for a living.
It's okay. You're not. What are you feeling about this?
The thing is, like, that's a hard profession, and we talked about like goals, and he has this idea that in 10 years he's going to make 6 figures doing this, which I don't even know is possible.
Well, if he gets picked up in Vegas.
Maybe, but like right now he makes $16,000 a year doing this.
How do you know that?
Because he told me. I mean, he's like super enthusiastic and like happy about it, but I don't know. I just don't really see myself as someone like that.
Yeah. It's not that he's a juggler magician, it's that he's a poor juggler magician. That's what's really turning her off.
Well, everyone's at different stages in life. You can't see that he has so much talent. He's getting rounds of applause wherever he goes, that he's going to get there someday.
Yeah, but then he was like, you could be my assistant, and wouldn't that be so much fun? And wouldn't that be so great?
I did not see that coming.
And I have plenty of pictures of my grandparents who were married for over 60 years doing shows together.
But hold on.
I'm being serious. It's so cool.
Brooke, if you think it's cool, it's probably not cool.
Dude,
sorry.
I'm just saying. I understand it can be hard to date someone who maybe isn't at the same financial level as you.
Yeah.
But this guy has goals. He has dreams. He's obviously passionate. I think you're missing an opportunity.
I guess I disagree.
Hey, and that's actually okay, I guess.
Well, the thing is, Kate,
I tried.
he does have one last trick up his sleeve to try and impress you.
Oh, what is
Oh,
it?
no.
Poof, he's magically on the phone right now because he's been listening this entire time.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I'm applauding.
Yeah, me too.
Scott.
Magician.
Hi, Kate.
Hey, you're
Voila! There he is.
It was a pretty weak entrance, Scott. We needed something bigger.
Yeah, we need to work on your stage
It's
presence,
like the
dude.
smoke went off and he came in late, you know?
Well, no, I mean, hi, Kate.
Hey.
Hi. I heard what you said, and it hurts. I mean, it really hurts. I mean, like, I revealed to you, like, everything with my business plan, and I'm trying to be really honest, like you've been with me, and I just don't think you're thinking of the future. I think that you're just slammed in the present right now. And, I mean, you gave me a 9. You see the potential of me as a juggler. You know, again, you can Google me.
Scott, I get it, and I think it's very good for you. I just don't know if it's good for me, if I'm being honest.
Okay, but you saw me. You saw the dinner rolls juggling, and you liked it. You rated it a 9. You enjoyed it, right?
Yeah, and when you perform somewhere, I would probably go. It's just, it's not who I want.
And you like the rose?
date.
You like the rose I gave at the end, right?
Oh, yeah. That was a good move, Kate.
You can hear
That
the
would have made me have butterflies.
Yep, the rose was nice. It's entertaining.
I have my number on it.
Do you want the rose back?
No, that's not the purpose of the rose. Kate, the number, it's my number. I wanted you to call me back, you know, using that rose, and it's yours to remember me.
The thing is, like, you know, with these dating apps, it's like, you know, you date and you're trying to decide what it is you want and what you need, and I just don't see it being a juggler's assistant in my future cards. I just don't see that.
Look, you don't have to be a magician's assistant. That was just as an option. There's a lot of people who are begging me to be my assistant right now.
See?
I'm trending up.
Brooke over here is going crazy.
Dude, I would totally do it.
I know you
I'm
would.
serious. It's in my blood, man. You want me to pop out of a dollhouse? I'll do that for you. Whatever you need, I'm there.
I'm game. Oh, let's do it. I got my YouTube channel going. We could have
We're
something
not
live.
doing this.
See, Kate, we've got the assistant part figured out. Okay, listen, you had fun on the date. That actually is pretty rare these days when it comes to dating. Like, you're not going to marry him right now. Why don't you just go out with him?
What do you think, Kate? If you go out with him one more time, we'll pay for your second date.
I'm gonna pass.
No!
I knew it.
Come on, Kate.
Man.
Kate, you're missing out on an opportunity here.
I agree.
When he's famous, I will tell all my friends to go to his show, and I will go with them.
You know what? And you're not getting free tickets to that thing, Kate. Okay, you just ruined your chances.
Actually, you know what? No, I will still give you free tickets. I'll say you were there when I was beginning.
See?
Kate, just listen to me. Again, I think you're making a big mistake here. I want you to keep that rose. You're going to call me back. You know, you're going to change your mind.
Okay, looks like he's psychic too, Kate.
That's very sweet, but I probably won't be rushing into calling you back.
Hey, Russian, like the joke. I get it.
Kate, that's it. The wordplay, that's what hooked me at first, and I love that about you. I do. I love it.
Well, Mr. Magic Hands and Mrs. Wordplay.
What could have been?
Oh, so close to being a beautiful story.
Moving 92.5.
I'm having kind of a difficult time trying to figure out how to do today's second date. If you're just joining us, Barbara is on the phone. Barbara's son, Jeremy, went out on a date with this girl named Nicole. While he was on the date, Barbara kind of freaked out because her son wasn't home yet. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. So she was blowing up his phone and then finally posted on his Facebook page, "Has anybody seen Jeremy? I think he might be hurt." I don't know, looking for his son. And it embarrassed him. And apparently the date saw it. So when he got home that night, he yelled at his mom saying that she screwed up his date with this girl. The problem that I'm having, Barbara, is I need to figure out exactly how to do it at the beginning when I get this girl on the phone. Because normally I'll be like, "Hey, you went on a date with Jeff and he wants to get a hold of you." Now it's like, "Hey, you went on a date with Jeremy and his mom's on the phone and wants it." I don't want to blow up your spot real quick because that's probably going to creep her out even more if she knows that you're on the other line right away.
Yeah, if you could maybe kind of warm her up a bit before you tell her that part.
And Barbara, I didn't get it. Did you ever meet this girl?
No.
Oh, God. So she has no idea even who you are.
She knows who she is.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, you ready to make the phone call?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Nicole, please?
This is Nicole.
Hey, Nicole, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Excuse me?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, radio show. I got an email about you.
What?
Yeah, you recently went out on a date with a guy named Jeremy.
Yeah.
And I got an email because apparently you're not calling Jeremy back. I'm just kind of curious. Can you tell me why your date didn't go very well with Jeremy?
We had a nice time, but it was kind of weird. His mom seemed to be just like really concerned where he was. She just kept like calling him, and she actually posted on his Facebook asking if anyone knew where he was, and that was just maybe just a little too much for me.
Kind of killed it when his mom kept bugging him?
Yeah, because I looked on Facebook. He went to the bathroom, and I just went on Facebook, and I saw the post, and I brought it up to him, and he immediately changed. I could tell he got super embarrassed, but then he was just really short with me, and it got a little awkward. And
were you guys just out at a bar or something at this point?
Yeah, we had just been hanging out, kind of getting to know each other for a couple hours, and then his mom kind of got involved.
But you could see it also as this guy has a really good relationship with his mother, which is a positive.
Yeah, I think that's great. I have a great relationship with my mom. I would hope that everyone gets to have a good relationship with their mom. But if I want to be in the middle of that is another.
Let me ask you a question, Nicole. If you were out on a date and your mom started doing that on your Facebook, what would you do?
I'd probably do just what he did. He was super embarrassed. I'd be really embarrassed. I'd probably shut down and not really know how to deal with it. Luckily, my mom wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
How did you guys end the night then?
It felt a little abrupt because we were in the middle kind of chatting and getting to know each other. And then I brought that up to him, and it was kind of late anyway. So I think mutually we both kind of found a reason to call it a night not long after.
He hasn't sent you any text messages or try to call you or anything?
There have been a few here and there. My schedule has been really busy, so it's been kind of hard to keep track of everything.
That's what everyone says when they don't want to go out with somebody.
Nicole, I have somebody on the other line that wants to talk to you.
What do you mean? He's not on the phone, is he?
Jeremy?
Yeah.
No, Jeremy isn't on the phone.
Okay.
His mom, Barbara, is.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
She wanted to talk to you and see if she could smooth things over. Barbara?
Oh, I'm here.
Hello.
Hi, Nicole. This is Barbara, otherwise known as the ever-dreaded helicopter mom. And I get it. I understand. I just went somewhere in my brain that I should have never gone, and I'm really calling to apologize to you. Jeremy doesn't know I'm making this call, and I'm hoping it kind of stays that way. But I just felt so horrible because I know he really found you lovely.
Barbara, I appreciate you reaching out. I can tell that you're a very loving and attentive mother, and you raised a wonderful man, and I really enjoyed getting to know him. But I'm not sure that, regardless of what part you played, if it was really going to work out with us.
Nicole, seriously, I understand. I understand that you're not a mom. And if you're ever lucky enough to be a mother, trust me when I tell you, you will look back on this and go, aha. I promise you. I promise you. He's my boy, you know. He still lives with me. I generally know where he is at all times, but it's my son. I make him lunch every day to this day. This is my boy.
Barbara, you might want to stop a little bit.
Oh my gosh, Barbara.
Yeah,
You're making him sound like he's 15.
No. It's just, you really have to be a mom to see it from my point of view. And I understand why you're saying what you're saying, but what I'd like to do is make Nicole understand it from my point of view. It's a mom thing.
Oh, God, I hope not. I really hope not.
I understand where you're coming from, Barbara. I do. I just think that maybe, from what you're telling me, your son and I are in different places. I think that we're coming from different environments at this point, and I don't know that it's compatible.
Well, I mean, Nicole, please. I mean, how was your mother when you got your period? Wasn't she there for you?
Sure, she was there for me, but that was also 10 years ago.
It doesn't change. It doesn't change.
It needs to change, Barbara. It needs to change.
I'm an adult. I'm 21, and my mom raised me and trusts me and knows that at the end of the day, if I need her, I will call her, but otherwise I am making my way as a person. And
I hear you. Your mom, me, every mom on the planet, when you don't know what your child is or where your child is, you get a little nutty. I don't care how old they get to be.
You know,
this is so
especially when they're 21 years old.
Not a commentary on him. This is from the mom heart.
All right, well, I'm glad you were able to get that out, Barbara. Now comes the important question, okay? Nicole, would you like to go out with her son Jeremy one more time? I will pay for a second date for you guys.
I'm sorry, Barbara. I don't see this going anywhere, and I would rather appreciate our one date for what it was. I don't think that there's a second date.
A nice way to put it, Nicole.
You know, Nicole, again, I hear what you're saying. I understand that you've said no. But I am going to go out on a limb so far because of what an extraordinary young man that Jeremy is. I will host a beautiful, beautiful dinner. I will do all the cooking. I will stay out of it. I will clean. I will do everything. Just give this young man the chance that he deserves. Please.
Absolutely not.
No. You're missing out on a really good one here, Nicole.
Oh.
I'm sure that I am.
Oh,
all right, Nicole, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Barbara, I'm sorry that didn't work out for you.
Well, I thank you for trying.
No problem. In the future, I do have a suggestion for you for your son.
Yes?
They make these like little chips you can put in pets so you can find them everywhere. Get your son chipped, and then you won't have to go on Facebook. The person on the phone for a second date today feels bad because they think they screwed up the date. It was a date that they weren't even on.
What?
Actually, a date that had nothing to do with them at all.
Whoa.
But they think that they screwed it up, and they want us to help fix it. Barbara is on the phone with us. Barbara thinks that she ruined her son's date.
Oh, no.
Hey, Barbara, how you doing?
Oh, I've been better. How are you?
I'm not too bad. So this is an interesting story. We got your email, and you feel like you ruined your son's date.
Honestly, I don't think. I know.
You know.
Oh.
Okay, tell us what you did.
Oh, gosh. I became the mother I swore I'd never be. I have a son, Jeremy. He's 21, but he still lives home with me. And he went out on a date with a new girl, and I wasn't really sure of where he was and what his plans were, but it got to be rather late, and I got a little antsy, because he's usually home at a decent hour, and, well, I got kind of worried and started calling his phone.
Oh, no.
Okay. How many times did you start calling his phone?
Oh, God, at least 6, 7 times. It just kept going straight to voicemail, which made me even more anxious.
Okay.
So what'd you do, Barbara?
Well, I guess at my age you shouldn't be doing the social media thing, but I went on his Facebook page and I posted on his page to all his friends, does anybody know where Jeremy is?
No!
Please have him call his mom.
Barbara!
You know he's 21 years old, right, Barbara?
All I can say is it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I went overboard. I really did, but it was 2 o'clock in the morning, so whatever was going on, clearly I ruined it.
Oh, and I know what's going on at 2 o'clock in the morning. You ruined that.
Okay, let's not go down that road, okay?
So what was his reaction then to that? I mean, I'm assuming he came home at a certain point.
Yeah, he was pretty angry.
What did he say to you?
He just came in slamming the door and screaming at me, how could you do that? That was the best date I've had in a year, and you ruined it. And he just stormed off. And I'm like trying to talk, and I'm saying, what did I do? And he starts screaming at me, Facebook, Mom, you Facebooked it.
So, Barbara, you actually now think it's a good idea to continue this line and call his date is what you want us to do?
I mean, I just don't know what else to do. It's apparently he really, really liked this girl, and things were going quite well. And yeah, things turned after I did what I did.
So how do you have this girl's phone number?
Really?
Yeah, really. How do you have it?
I went in his phone.
Oh my gosh, Barbara!
You're such a mom.
You're making things worse. You know that, Barbara.
Well, I was hoping with you guys I could turn things around.
Maybe we could fix it.
So your goal is to get this girl on the phone and convince her to go back out with your son.
And I swear I'll stay away.
Oh my gosh, if I got this call from a guy I was dating's mom, I would run 8,000 miles in the other direction.
But at least she's sweet. It's not like
I mean, can't we turn it into something? I mean, can't we laugh? Find the laughter in it?
I think it's funny.
Yeah, well, for us, not for her son.
For sure.
Well, I know not for him, but maybe if we can make her laugh, she'll reconsider if I swear to stay away until the wedding.
Yeah, maybe. Well, don't bring up the wedding thing.
Please.
That might be a bit much.
I promise.
Okay, so if you make this call and she doesn't want to go out with him again, and then she ends up calling your son and saying, hey, can you tell your mom to back off? He's already mad at you. Don't you think he's going to get even more pissed?
Well, I mean, the way I look at it is they don't have a second date anyway.
Yeah.
So if she goes out with him, it's a win. If she doesn't go out with him, then it's status quo.
Yeah, I guess you can't make her talk to him less if she's not talking to him after the date.
Have I meddled in my son's life over the years? Of course. But this is probably me at my absolute worst. And if you guys can help me fix this, it would mean everything, because I just got crazy. I got crazy. You know.
Well, we'll give it a shot. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date, sort of. I don't really know how to say it, but we'll play a song, come back, see if we can get her to go out with your son again, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
92.5. Second date update.
You know, more and more young people are turning to us for help getting a second date. And that means we're seeing more and more unique names.
Mm.
That's a funny point.
Yeah, they're coming up right now.
It's true, though.
I don't know what happened like 20 years ago, whether it was like the Y2K bug or maybe a really bad Blink-182 concert. But suddenly at that point, parents decided to stop naming their kids like David and Michael and James, and the girls have no more Elizabeth, no more Lisas or Christies.
Yeah.
So now I'm not nearly as surprised whenever we get an email from a guy named Moonshine.
What? That is not someone's name.
This can't be a real name. It's like his nickname.
Or a girl named Jazz Tekka.
Okay.
Yes, Tekka! That's my girl!
So this morning, I didn't even bat an eye when I opened up the email, and I saw one from a dude named Tick.
Ooh, I like Tick!
There's nothing positive from a tick. Even if you have a tick, it's not a positive thing.
I don't know.
Well,
Tic-tacs?
Tick emailed us for help. So welcome to the show, Tick.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
What up,
So-
Is that your full name or is that a nickname?
It's short. My full name is actually Tickery.
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 Tickery dickory dock.
The full name is actually TikTok.
How does that? I mean,
Yeah, it's been laughed at my whole life.
You've heard it
But yeah, I mean, it probably stands out because it's not like every other name, so it probably does help me get some attention.
All right. So do you want me to refer to you by your full name, Tickery, or would you rather be called Tick?
No, all my friends call me Tick.
All
okay. What is the woman's name that we're calling? Because I'm hoping it's something good.
Oh, gosh.
It's Rebecca.
Boring. Oh, no.
Yeah.
And what's her
Tick.
is her last name like Haberdashery?
Yeah. We don't approve.
We don't. How did you meet boring Becky?
We met actually. She's a teller at my bank, and I noticed her one day and just thought she was really cute. And so then I kind of started to go and try to work it out so I would get to her window, so I'd like change places in line with people so that I could like get up and see her, and I try to look nice, like, oh, you should go in front of me, you know.
So you weren't wearing a ski mask with your hands in your pocket, like being all sketchy in line. I mean, that would be a bad sign in a bank.
I hope not. I tried to make it look like it was like, oh, I just happened to come to your window.
Right, yeah.
That happened,
Every single time.
That sneaky little Tick.
So weird.
Saw something he liked and then he latched on.
Yeah, so, after a while, I think she started to notice, like, I would always be at her window, and so one day I was finally like, I thought you were cute, and I thought, maybe we can have coffee sometime.
That's cute. Were you so nervous?
Yeah, for sure, because the other way that goes is, like, I'm the creeper that's been sneaking through the bank line.
Well, and also, she has full access to your bank account, you know?
That's true. That, was very vulnerable. She knew exactly how much money I had.
So what'd you guys do for a date?
So she was like, I'm going to be on a break right after this. Like, do you want to grab coffee? And so I was like, yeah, sure. So I waited around, and she had just like a quick break, like a 15-minute break where she got to step out, and maybe a little awkward, but like kind of just talking, getting to know each other a little bit. But she had to go back to work, but she was like, yeah, no, this went well. We should continue this another time. And so
that's good. It's like a pre-date.
Yeah.
It's like a pre-date before the date.
Totally. But yeah, she was like, love to talk more. And so, I asked her to have dinner a couple days later as a Friday night, and she's like, great. And it was awesome. Like,
you're saying cute. You haven't even heard what he did. He just said that we got dinner, and you were like, "Oh my God, what a sweetheart!
Oh my God,
he ate dinner with you. What a
but
guy!"
But the follow through that it actually happened is a big deal these days.
The real date.
Yeah.
You didn't mess up the pre-date. That's the big deal.
Yeah, for real. When you're sober and it's light out.
So how did the dinner go?
It was really good. Like, she couldn't have been sweeter, and like we talked about our jobs, and like we had a great conversation, and and then kind of at the end of the date, I was like, hey, this is really good, we should go out again. And she wasn't as enthusiastic as she was like after the coffee maybe, but like she was still like, yeah, for sure, let's go out again.
Can you think of any time during the date where maybe the momentum changed at all, since you said that maybe she wasn't as enthusiastic as she had been previously?
I didn't notice it until, that moment. And so the only thing I could, think of is, when I got home, I noticed that I had, a food stain on my shirt that I was I don't know how long it was there. It wasn't huge.
Was it a, old stain, or was it from a dinner stain?
It wasn't from something I had. So, it was probably from, early, I probably washed my shirt and it didn't come out, and I just was so nervous getting dressed that I didn't notice it on there.
Oh, I hate that.
Okay.
So maybe she noticed it at the end and saw that and was like, oh, maybe this dude's, not all together.
Dude, if women turned down men for stains on their shirt, there would be no human population.
Have your finances taken a substantial hit over the last couple days that she may have noticed?
No, but I went back to the bank to just see if she was there, and I happened to be in line ready to get up to her window, I just was the next person, and right before I walked up, she put up the closed window thing.
Damn, that is cold.
That's brutal.
And I don't know if she saw me, but that's the only interaction I've had is her putting up the closed window thing,
That
and that was it. So yeah,
that is an analogy for the dating rejection world.
Yeah.
And for my bank account.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tick, we're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Rebecca for you, and we'll try and get you your second date update, okay?
All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
All right, hold on. All right, if you're just tuning in, we've got a guy on the phone named Tick who's a little bit anxious about getting a second date update today. You might even call him a nervous Tick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see Conan O'Brien make that kind of pun. Challenge extended, Conan. Clock's a tickin'. I'm on fire. Just another day of quirky radio morning show antics.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Let's stop.
I can tell you're impressed. Yes.
You're tickled. That's great.
Hit the sound for me.
Anyway.
Hey, he says it. You don't hit the sound when I say it.
Okay.
Screw the tick jokes then.
You're both ticking me off right now.
It's not funny. Come on.
Let's calm down and get back to this.
He just wants a sound.
All right.
Just want one joke that hits.
Well, we have a listener that needs our help. Tick. Tick is actually his name. He went out with a bank teller named Rebecca recently. They had a short coffee date and then another outing where they got dinner together. And Tick thinks it all went great. And according to him, the only weird part that happened is when he got home after dinner, he noticed he had an old food stain on his shirt. Not from that night, from some previous day. He doesn't know when. So he's worried maybe he may have come across looking kind of like a slob.
Yeah.
So Tick, how you feeling going into this?
I'm anxious to hear what she says because, I really liked her. She just had this amazing smile and was a genuine person. And I'm nervous.
I really feel, Tick, and this isn't, I don't mean to put you in a bad place, but I really feel like this is going to be one of those where it turns out that you're not telling us something or not including some weird detail, because when you went to the bank, she put the close sign on her window.
Yeah.
She denied you so hard. And if that's all over a stain on your shirt...
I'm thinking about it since it happened and racking my brain. I'm not keeping anything out that I could think of. There's got to be something I missed.
All right. Well, we're hopefully going to find out what the answer to that is. We're going to dial her phone number right now. You ready to go?
Yep, I am. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi. Can I speak to Rebecca, please?
This is Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a moment to talk with us?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, cool. Do you listen?
I do. I'm sorry, why are you calling?
Well, if you listen, then you should be familiar with our segment, The Second Date Update.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you must know that means I'm calling about somebody that you went on a date with recently.
Okay. So I am being called for second date update. Oh, wow.
You sound excited.
You're processing it out loud.
Yeah, I am. Yes, I'm sorry. I do that. Yes, I'm processing this out loud because I didn't think I would ever be called for second date update.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Here it is. And so the guy who emailed us about you, his name is Tick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I actually thought it was somebody else.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
You were hoping for somebody else, not Tick.
I was hoping it was somebody else. Yeah.
Aw.
He sounds like such a nice guy, though. We talked to him. He sounds lovely.
Yeah, sure.
Keep telling yourself that.
I mean, he told us about you guys going out to coffee together, and he said you guys had a nice dinner, but he's feeling like the vibe isn't going well on your end.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And is there a reason for that?
I mean, I don't even know. Like, we went out to coffee.
Yeah, he told us about that and then the dinner. And was he imagining it? Because he said when he went back into the bank after your date, you put up a close sign when he was approaching the front of the line. Did that really?
Yeah. I mean, it was just kind of timing-wise.
No, it wasn't.
Dude, you shut him down hard. You closed your window for him.
Even if it was closing time, you see someone you know, you're like, oh, hey, come here. Like, you're your friend or anybody.
Like, that's worse than, oh, things didn't go great. That's like, I'm avoiding you at all costs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at work. I'm in a professional setting. It was time for me to close up. So
I feel like we're kind of dancing around the subject here
for
because
sure.
if you enjoyed your time with Tick, you wouldn't have done that. What is it about Tick that turned you off?
first I thought he was fine. He seemed like a decent guy. But then when we went out to dinner, he just got kind of creepy.
How?
What do you mean? Yeah, like he was too touchy. He was staring at the waitress's butt.
So he just kept asking me about specific questions about working at the bank. Like, how many security guards are there? Like, very specific questions, and it creeped me out.
Wait, are you?
He's robbing a bank.
Are you? Yeah, are you alluding to he was trying to size the bank up?
I don't know. Like, guys love like action films and all of that. I get like there's like some fascination. I get it. But it just went to like a different level, like where...
Well, in his defense, I feel like almost any question that he asks about a bank could come across looking kind of weird. Yeah. You know, like how much money do you hold in the bank at any amount of time?
It is a fascinating question.
You know?
Yeah.
I would want to know
It
that.
may be natural for you, but I'm on a first date with a guy, and he's asking about vaults and die packs, and he won't let it go. It's too much.
I could see that. I dated a guy who worked at a bank, and we never discussed any of those things.
See, I
like,
have
it didn't come up in
Like,
conversation.
what's the most amount of money you've ever held at
Although
once?
they do have a code word. Don't you guys have a code word if you guys are getting robbed? You like call and say like banana pancakes or something to somebody?
What?
I can't even talk about this, you know?
I think that's it, Brooke.
There's just a level of professionalism that like you need. Like, we are dealing with like some, like, it's not brain surgery, but like you are vulnerable there, and I don't want like to be like creeped on. Like, I don't want to.
You don't want to be the reason that your bank got robbed.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to tell you this when you're feeling vulnerable, but I need to let you know that Tick's been on the other line listening, and he's heard everything that you said.
On the other.
Yeah, Tick?
Oh my God.
It's good to hear from you, I guess.
You do sound sketchy right now, Tick.
Yeah, Tick.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a lot to hear, so I feel like kind of weird.
I bet.
Because she saw through your plan, or because you're not a bank robber?
I never thought that being interested in somebody would like think I'd be trying to do something. Like, that's just I'm shocked, honestly.
It's
like,
interesting he didn't answer your question. He just kind of danced around it.
No, I was not trying to rob a bank.
Okay, it's good to say that.
Maybe you weren't, but I feel like it was just too odd. And the fact that your name is Tick doesn't sound like your real name. It's like your criminal name, you know?
What are you talking about? You've seen my bank account. Like, you know my real name. It's on everything that you've seen.
There's some shady stuff, and being a teacher is like a really nice cover-up, I think.
Oh, you're a teacher too, Tick?
Yeah, I am. I am actually a teacher, which you could also look up because I have to put my occupation on all my... Like, this is crazy.
I gotta say, Rebecca, don't you feel like it's maybe you that have watched one too many bank robbery movies?
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, that doesn't make me feel any better that he was asking so many questions. I mean, honestly, why were you asking so many questions about my job?
I was just really interested in. I mean, like, I've never known anybody that's worked in a bank before,
Right.
and like, honestly, you seem to like talking about it. So I was like, oh, she likes talking about her job, so I can.
I mean,
you know.
normally on a first date, you ask about your jobs and stuff to keep the convo going.
Rebecca, isn't this so sad that as a woman, red flags go up if a man is too interested and too good of a listener? I mean, really.
Yeah. He wants to know more about me. He must be wanting to commit a crime.
Call the police!
Yeah, I feel I'm still a little unsure because it did like trigger my intuition of being uncomfortable, but I do hear that.
So when you said he was creepy, was that the only thing creepy about him?
Yeah, it would just gave me uncomfortable vibes.
That tickery is up to some trickery.
Couldn't help yourself.
All right, so
I didn't know where we were going.
we're running out of time right now, and
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. At this point, I need to ask you, Rebecca, if you would like to go out on another date with Tick, and we'll pay for it. Not with bank money, with our own cash.
The dye
No
money?
dye pack in there.
I will. I am open to going out again.
That's good. That's good.
That was a brutal yes, though.
Dude, she does think out loud. You can hear it.
Sorry.
Process.
But the thing is, you need to like make sure that you're asking him about his profession, and then you guys won't talk about banking so much.
All about teaching.
Where do you hide the extra pencils?
Yeah, okay, that's pretty funny. Yes, maybe I did rush to conclusions on everything. So
Well, there you go.
Way
Look
to
at
go,
that.
Tick.
Tick, we got you another date.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's great. I mean, like, I honestly, like, I do still have, like, a couple more questions about just your job. Like, it's not about, like, getting into anything or, like, anything like that. It's just
are
more
you
about
kidding?
your
Please tell me
job.
you're kidding.
Yeah,
Please.
no. I'm kidding. I will not.